How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I got a very special video for you guys. We are taking the jet ski from here where we are in Key Largo. We're at the Caribbean boat ramp right now, and we're gonna take this baby all the way from here 120 miles to Key West, guys. I'm super excited about this trip. This is the farthest I've taken the Yamaha. This is like the true test for this jet ski. So guys, let's put this baby in the water and let's get rolling with today's video. Here we go. Well, that didn't go as planned. I ended up having to get my shoes wet, which for this long trip, and it's not that it's close about 70-degree weather. I didn't want my feet to be so cold, but hey, rather that than having to swim behind the jet ski. But here we are in Key Largo, guys. That's Gilbert's right there. This is the first key of the Keys, and we're gonna go 120 miles on this beautiful morning all the way down to Key West. Super excited. I got a surprise for you guys once we get there of where we're gonna stay, but let's go ahead and get started with today's video, man. I'm very excited about this. Let's see if I don't lose my head mount this time. But beautiful morning, guys. All right, guys, so I got my little Yamaha gloves on for the long trip. Now I set it at comfort where the max speed is gonna be 52 and acceleration is medium. The reason why I did that was because since we're doing a long distance ride, I don't need it to be in sports mode. It's not about speed, it's about conserving fuel. I didn't bring no extra gas tank with me. So by my calculations, I know if I stop at Marathon, I should have enough fuel to go all the way to Key West, making just that stop. But let's go ahead and get started, guys. Just like that, we made it to Playa Largo. This is in the last video where we went to go eat right over there at Soul by the Sea. So, now the first couple of miles in, and it's nice and smooth, which was my biggest worry. Right here is Snake Creek. Big shout out to Julio from the Miami Living Boat Club. That's where he comes out of. And I also got to give a big shout out to Yamaha for installing the GPS on the screen right there. Here we're entering the famous toilet bowl seat. Fun fact, many years ago there was a hurricane that came by and one of these toilet seats got caught on a pole, and it just became a local thing that now everybody just paints them, makes their own custom one, and posts it here. And as you guys see, there goes Miami Livings right there. Big shout out to Paul and Sam. Big shout out to Henry Sue. Look, somebody attached someone on your pole. Ooh, big waves from that boat that just passed by. But always cool seeing my toilet bowl. Shout out to Henry and Mary Sue for making it for me. Miss you guys. All right, let's keep it going. We're reaching Isla Mirada. So most of you guys that watch my channel know this bridge right here. This is the Well Harbor. This is to go to the Isla Mirada sandbar. But as you guys know, we're going all the way to Key West. So far, we've done 20 miles in 27 minutes since we started. So we're making good time. We got about another 40 to get to Marathon. We've only lost 1 bar of fuel, so that's looking good too. And this is where the rest of this trip, where it gets a little bit more tricky because we start running into shallows. But good thing that I got the GPS right here, and I've done this trip before, so I kind of eyeball it. Last time I did it, I didn't even have GPS, so that's definitely a plus to have. But let's go ahead and keep it going. That island right there, that's the famous Indian Key. For those of you guys who don't know the history about Indian Key, there was a huge settlement there. And there was actually a huge trading area that used to happen there. A whole little small village, but one night the Indians came and basically murked everybody. Some were able to escape, but as you guys see, it's pretty far from land. So I've always wanted to go there. I haven't had a chance to go there, but imagine going there at night. Up ahead is the famous Robbie's where you can feed the tarpons. We got about 3 bars. Not yet half a tank, but almost a half a tank. That's Robbie's right over there. Once you get into the middle keys, there are sandbars everywhere, and you really got to be on the lookout for it. All that right there is a sandbar. Straight up ahead, that's a sandbar. Easiest way to know is look how the water goes from blue to kind of brown, dark. You guys see right here. Look at the difference right here. See that? That's all big shallow right there. sit it on the bottom. One day I'm gonna get me one of these big old yachts and do long distance trips. Got a little choppy over here. All right, P brake over. One thing I could say, big difference from doing this in the Sea-Doo than in the Yamaha is that sorry, music started playing. The hull on this Yamaha, man, you know, I haven't been in bad chop or anything like that, but any little chop from a boat or anything, this hull eats it right back up. So, and I feel like on this one, I feel like I'm more like on a Harley, like it's more comfortable, you know, I could spread my feet. So this is my first long distance trip on this thing. So, but Fiesta Key, guys, so Fiesta Key, every weekend, my grandma would load up the RV with the boat tied in the back, and we'll come out here, and I spend most of my summers here. It used to be a Koa campground back in the day, and I pretty much grew up there. That's where I first got my love for the Keys, on that little island right there you guys seeing. First time I ever got stopped by the cops was right here in this area, doing donuts in a little John boat with a 8 horsepower. They cut me a break, but I had to go right back in. But as you guys see, you can park your RV. I don't know what it is now. A little shallow area here. Let me speed through real quick. So a lot of good times there. We got about 20 more miles till we get to Marathon, guys, to the 7-mile bridge, so we can fuel up. We still got about a little bit, a bar less than half a tank, so we should be good to go. Done already about 36 miles. This little area here is nice and smooth. What I do is I hug the coast to get a little bit of less wind and waves. But so far so good. It's been a smooth ride. You see on this trip, this is by far my favorite one, and you guys can kind of see why. It's huge. What a house. Must be nice. All right, guys, we're almost there. We're almost to Marathon. So we just hit in the danger zone. It got down to 2 bars. I guess now when I got off plane, it filled up a bit, but there it is. We got 2 bars left. Good thing is I see Marathon, the bridge up ahead, so we should be able to make it. I guess my calculations are coming out correct. That's not good. Got 1 bar left. So I think I'm gonna go straight ahead to that marina right there. Go with the lighthouse instead of going all the way around. Just in case. getting a little bit of seaweed in this area. Alrighty, we made it to the fuel dock because I got a little nervous there. Didn't know if I was gonna make it.
You want a line?
Yeah, I'll take a line.
Yeah, that's gonna work, alright. We'll make it work. How many gallons do you expect?
What's
the maximum it'll take?
I think about 18.
18?
Yeah, and
okay.
I'm empty, so.
Oh, I need a credit card. I'll get it going for you and
Yep.
hand you the hose.
Let's see. Yep, looking good.
All right, build up.
Alrighty, man.
Hey, it's nice to meet you. Miami living 305, right?
Nice to meet you, man.
I'll be looking for the channel.
For sure.
It's awesome that you came by.
What's your name?
I'm Todd.
Shout out to Todd.
Yeah. Right on.
Alrighty,
Be
Todd.
safe out there. Keep your eyes peeled for the sharks.
Yeah. Yep.
What's your name?
Ariel.
Ariel. All right, I'll see you next time.
Alrighty, Todd. Thank you, man. Man, such a nice guy there at the fuel dock. Alright guys, so this marks the halfway point. We're about to hit the 7 Mile Bridge. This doesn't get old, guys. It really doesn't. Now here there are little shallow areas here. You guys see there. Super shallow. Could have not asked for a better day. Last time I did it, the weather wasn't as forgiving. A couple boats fishing, so let's kind of stay out of their way and come back on this side. Quite a bunch of people fishing in this area. Here on the 7 Mile Bridge, there's this famous tree. They named it Fred. It literally grew out of concrete. And they do a little ceremony when it comes to Christmas, and they even light it up. lot of history with that tree there. And we're getting here to the end of the 7 Mile Bridge. It says, keep well clear, danger, falling and hanging debris. You got that right. One of my favorite movies, I think it was called True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. They jumped off this bridge right here. Alright guys, let's keep it moving and kind of stay clear of all the fishermen. That over there, that's called Money Key. Money Key is actually a privately owned island, so not really allowed to go up on it. I did a video back in the day without even knowing, but I know now. Saltwater kills everything with time, guys. I'm feeling the jet is kind of clogged, so I'm gonna pull over somewhere over here by those rocks in the shallow over there, see if I can unclog it without hitting bottom either. It's really shallow around here. See if I can get around this shallow area and go to those rocks. Didn't want to have to get in the water to do this, but I'm gonna burn more fuel and I'm not advancing as much because of the jets being all clogged. I can feel it. So I'm gonna see if I stop by those rocks over there. I'll clog it real quick. So some people swimming over there. So I had picked up a bunch of seaweed on the bottom, and I stopped here, and Todd and Jenny that are
James.
from James.
Yeah, that's all right.
So James and Jenny that are from Wisconsin. How cold is it over there right now?
-15.
-15. Hell to the no. But I want to give him a big shout out because he had his mask on and they were already in the water. So, oh wait, let me get the mic here. So James and Jenny, they were able to get under here real quick and get some of the seaweed out since they were already in the water all the way from Wisconsin where it's -15. Yep. So they're really enjoying this water. To me, it's cold. You see me here with my pants out. I'm a Florida boy, but you guys, they're thriving in this water here. Hey, you guys.
It gets colder than this for sure.
Nah, it gets a little bit colder. I mean, there's a cold front coming in now and next week, but this for us is cold. But thank you guys. All right, you guys enjoy your vacation down here.
Have fun.
Thank you. You always find cool people along the way that make the story that much better. Now I didn't have to get wet, but they were already wet, so very nice of them to help me out. Shout out to James and Jenny, man. They were very nice people from Wisconsin, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get wet, my upper body wet to be able to get under the jet, you know, to be able to pull it off. But I saw them and I said, hey, by any chance, since you're already wet and you got a mask on, which is very kind of atrevido of me to ask, but they were nice enough to do it, no questions asked. So here now, once you get past the 7 Mile Bridge and Bahia Honda, all this from here on out on the Gulf, it's gonna be a national park. So I cannot take this jet ski in the national park. Jet skis are banned in all national parks. So from here on out, I'm gonna have to go on the ocean side. We only got about maybe 15, 20 more miles till we get to Key West, so plenty of fuel. So Might just get a little bit of spray in our face since we're going to be on the ocean side, but we're going to hug the coast and try to get as smooth as water as we can. But here we go. And let's try not to get no more seaweed, because I don't think we're going to get lucky with another James and Jenny for the rest of the trip. Tower, that usually means that we're close by. All right, guys, so we made it here to our stop, which is the Perry. That's our entrance, but we got 3 more bars, and I'm gonna go all the way around Key West since our check-in is not for a couple more hours. So got a couple people on a jet ski here doing a tour, but let's go to the southernmost tip of the continental US, guys, and then we'll come around and we'll come back here to the Perry, where I'm gonna be staying at a cool little spot, which can't wait to show you guys. I'm super excited for it, but let's keep it moving. I'm so impressed with how this Yamaha takes these waves, a lot more efficient than the Sea-Doo. But you do get a little bit more spray in the face, but hey, you can't have it all. For you guys. That's the Key West International Airport, and that right there is the big port of Key West. Alright guys, we made it here to the southernmost tip of the United States. A lot of tourists this time of year. A lot of people are escaping the cold fronts from up north, which are freezing. But this is it, guys. As you guys see, Cuba is 90 miles that way. One day, we'll make the trip. On the boat or on this thing. Maybe not on this thing, but definitely on the boat. But mission accomplished, guys. We made it all the way from Key Largo to Key West. So total trip was 3 hours and 26 minutes. We did 102 miles total. I've never seen anything like that before. It's probably military, but man, that looks so cool. It's like a jet boat too. Smells like diesel. Wow. That was pretty cool. Celebrity cruise ships. Not a big cross waves here from all the boats. Yes. Yes, I know you're thirsty. I'm gonna get you some right now. Oh, she ain't shutting up now. I love seeing all the houseboats in this area. So right after that bridge, there's a little fuel station. I'm gonna fuel this baby up again and then head over to the Perry to check in. Man, I've come here every year, multiple times, and honestly, Key West never gets old. Alright, so it had no fuel there, so we gotta go back to downtown. Hopefully, with these two little lines that we have, we can make it. This one be picking up a bunch of people out at sea. God knows how many lives that boat has saved. Wow. Isaac Mayo. Beast. I appreciate it, man.
Take care, Andre.
Thank you. All right, so we just entered here the channel for the Perry Marina. Now we just have to find our slip. That's really nice. If you guys haven't stayed at the Perry, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of the best marinas in all of Key West. Even though this is Stock Island, it's not on Key West exactly. But oh, looks like this is it right here. Okay, so after arriving here at the Perry Marina, I got the jet ski here tied up next to the boat. And you guessed it, guys, I'm staying here on a houseboat. This is an old Viking. Beautiful boat. Got, oh, that's dry already. That's pretty quick. But there's the Perry right there, and let me give you guys a tour of the boat. So here, we have kind of like the living room. Been hanging out there on the couch since I got here. All my stuff, my camera gear, all that stuff that I'm gonna put out. And this, you got the table here, you got the gallery. I'm not gonna be cooking anything, but here we have a head. Very nice. We have a bunk bed here, if I were to come with the kids. One up here, one down here. Then I'm gonna be staying here in the master. Very nice big bed. And it also has a shower. Old school boat. One of the main reasons why I stayed here and not just in a regular hotel was, one, it's cool and experience, and number two, I've been flirting with the idea of buying me one of these old school boats. They're not that expensive. You can find one for $80,000, a little bit less. The only bad thing about these boats is that you have to keep them at a marina. You can't just pull them out, put them on a trailer, and put them in your backyard. That's what really is the high cost of these things, is maintaining them at the marina. But wouldn't it be awesome, guys? Answer this in the comments. Wouldn't it be awesome if I could have one of these big yachts and I go down to the Bahamas, island hopping all throughout the Bahamas for 4 months, maybe for the whole summer? So that's something that's been a dream of mine, and one day hopefully we get to do it with the family. All we really need is diesel, Starlink, and we can live abroad basically and jump all around. Take this bit all the way to Dominican Republic, take it all the way to Jamaica, and go island hopping through all the places. But this is where I'm going to be staying for the night. I'm going to get changed real quick, and I'm going to go right there. There's actually a bar right there, and I'm going to get something to eat because I haven't had absolutely anything. It's about noon already. The trip, as you guys saw, was pretty smooth. There wasn't a lot of waves, and I'm so impressed with the Yamaha. That thing, you know, cuts the waves. I feel like the more waves it has, the more it, you know, it cuts. So very happy with the machine. It does burn a little bit more fuel than the other Sea-Doo I had, but it's supercharged. The other one's not supercharged, so that's pretty obvious. And on my next trip, I want to, for the other long distance trip, which I'm not going to tell you guys yet, I'm going to get these two big tanks that go in the back so I can have a little bit of extra fuel and not have to worry about fuel so much. But coming down to Key West, there was really never a worry because there's so many places and so many marinas you could stop at. I had planned to stop at one marina, didn't work out, stopped at another one. So we had a great trip, and the day's not over, guys. Now I'm just gonna get situated. We're gonna go spend the night in downtown Key West. For those of you guys who haven't seen it, we have a bunch of snowbirds into town because, as you guys know, when this video is happening, it's around the 23rd, where the rest of the United States is about freezing as soon as you leave Florida. So it's about 80 something degrees out here. I got a sunburn already on my face, but I'm gonna get situated here, get everything charged up, and we're gonna go get something to eat real quick at the bar. So I'll bring you guys along. Here we go. Sitting pretty next to the Against All Odds 2. But let's go real quick, get something to eat at the bar because I'm starving. I don't know about y'all. Look at that Viking. beast of a boat. All right, let's get something to eat. So I put in an order for fish dip, and I got me a smash burger because here there's not much. I gotta save it for later on tonight when I go to Duval Street. Probably gonna eat at the Italian place I always eat at every time I come. And these moments like this, I wish the wifey was with me, but she's out in Texas with the family celebrating her mom's birthday. So that's why I took advantage and did this trip. But unlike last time that I did this, I felt I'm in a lot better shape than I was about a year or two ago. I've lost some weight and stuff like that. Maybe you don't see it on the camera. You know, the camera adds weight, but not sore at all. But then again, maybe I'll ask you guys or have you guys ask me that tomorrow. But as of right now, I'm feeling good. It was a pretty smooth ride. You know, nothing happened out of the ordinary. I did have to stop to get some of the seaweed out. Shout out again to Jenny and James from Wisconsin. And this pool, not one more person fits there. Seems like everybody is down here from out of town, from what I'm hearing. Everybody's from Wisconsin, Chicago. A lot of people down here getting away from that snowstorm, but I'm a Florida boy, so we're used to this. Got some fish dip. Also, I'm going to be doing another Miami Living run in April. So in April, we're going to be going from Billy's Point all the way to Islamorada Sandbar to kind of kick off the summer. We did it last year. We had about 65, 66 boats show up. We had to get the Coast Guard involved with how many boats decided to show up. But this year, maybe we do 100. It's a lot of time and effort to organize these things, but I get so many people that come up to me and tell me, man, I had such a great time. I have never been down here in Islamorada Sandbar before because I don't know the Key Largo waters. So that's another trip that is something that you can get it. Man, I don't mean to rub it in or anything like that, but the weather today is absolutely amazing. You know, when it's not too hot, not too cold, nice, cool breeze. I mean, could have not asked for a better day to pull this trip off. And tomorrow, we're going back. But I don't know if I'm gonna separate the videos. How about you guys that are watching right now in the comments? Ask on the bottom, put if you guys wanna see part 2 or not when I head back home tomorrow. Or is this enough for you guys? Coming into the pier real quick. Get some water, some drinks to have on the boat with me. All right, so I took a quick shower and now we're gonna head into Duval Street to get something to eat. Walk around a little bit before we call it a night. All right, so just got dropped off here on Duval Street. Packed like always. You guys already know where I'm at. My favorite Italian spot here in Key West. And you know it's very Italian when they give you bread with oil. Guys, the food was so good, I forgot to even record it. That place, the vibes there are the best. I'm walking down here at Duval. We got all these different little shops. You guys already know the tradition after dinner. Some Haagen-Dazs. All right, guys, so I made it back here to the boat. I'm actually watching a UFC fight now. So this is where I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification button. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.